Okay guys, so last video we went over the best methods to get iced tea and get yourself an Escanor. That method was following every Roblox terms of service and we're not doing anything wrong. But for this video, we're going to get a little more devious. So today I'm going to be giving you guys a guide on how you can macro to get the iced tea. This is going to be a quicker method and I'm also not going to use any paid macros. Okay, so before we get into the macro and how to set up, the first thing you're going to need is TinyTask. It is free and a lot of you probably already have it if you've been playing tower defense games for a long time. If not, I'll put a link in the description to the GitHub page where you can get TinyTask from. And once you've got TinyTask installed, then come back to the video. So once you guys have got TinyTask installed, you're going to want to head into the summer event. And once we're into the summer event, we're going to want to stand in this spot you can see on screen right here. You can stand in a different spot as long as the spot is the one you're going to use every time. Once you're in this spot, you're just going to want to let the enemies destroy the base. So while you're waiting for the enemies to get to the end and for the retry, we're going to want to open TinyTask and change a few settings. So turn on always on top. This way it's going to stay here. You don't have to worry about tabbing out, clicking off, which can mess with macros. The next thing is you're going to need a recording key and a playback hotkey. I wouldn't recommend using F12 because that will start recording your Roblox screen. So I use F8 for recording and Control-Shift-Alt-P for playback. They don't need to be exactly this. Use what you can. I wouldn't recommend using F12. The other thing we're going to want to do is make sure the speed's on 1. Okay. So now let's get to the retry screen. Okay guys, so once we've failed, we're going to go ahead here and we're going to sit on the failed screen. We're going to press our recording hotkey and then wait a few seconds and then press retry. I'd recommend pressing on the screen quite a few times. Same with when you're pressing the yes button. You want to click it quite a few times. This can just help combat any delay you might be experiencing, which can sometimes mess up runs. It's not very likely. This is a pretty easy stage to TinyTask. Now, the key thing here is do not move. Like once we're in, we're staying in this spot, we're not moving the camera, we're not clicking any buttons, we're standing completely still. The first time you're going to be doing anything is once you get enough money to put down your first unit, you're going to place them on the path. It's that simple. You can also pick a card. It's not really going to matter what card because different runs, the different cards are going to get picked as all your keys are pressed the same. So here's the money. Once you get the money though, as I'm doing in this video, take your time, don't put down the unit straight away. This is another way just to prevent lag from messing up the macro. The best thing you can do, I'd recommend to copy this, is just follow along this section of the video. I'm going to play out in real time so you can watch exactly what I do. See, once I place the unit, once you've done this, you're pretty much done. It's pretty hard to mess up. All you have to do is press T every now and then, which is the upgrade button. I prefer using the keys because I think they're more consistent. So just press T every few minutes and don't do anything else. We just want to AFK now practically. Keep an eye on it, of course, because we're trying to make sure the macro works. Again, cards don't matter. You're going to be able to get to wave 10 with no evolutions. Okay, so I'm going to speed up the footage just a little bit here because literally nothing happens. And if you guys follow exactly the same as me and don't do anything, you'll be good. Just sit here and watch it and just be pressing T. We're going to be waiting until about 8 minutes. So it's a lot of AFKing, but just as long as you're here, making sure you're pressing T every now and then and doing nothing else on your computer, then you should be completely fine. Okay, so once you get to about 5 minutes, you're going to be good to sell your unit. I did sell my unit a little bit late here, which meant the macro did take a little bit longer than it normally would. So do try keep up the timing a bit. So as you can see there, I've sold my unit. I sold my unit just by pressing X. As long as you've not moved your perspective, you've not clicked anything other than T, you should just be able to press X here, completely fine. And then now we just want to wait until the enemies have got to the end. Right, so if you've followed every instruction in the video so far, you'll get to this point. Your TinyTask will still be running, you haven't moved, you've only placed your units and you've only pressed T and then X to sell. Once you get on the iced tea here, I would recommend waiting. I maybe overdid it a bit. Give it like 5, 6, 7 seconds and then click through. We're also going to do the same once we get to the next page. We're going to wait a little bit. We don't want to wait too long in case we get kicked out of the server. But the reason we're waiting is because there can be time variance on when you fail the stage. So you want to make sure the macro works. You want to give it a 20-30 second buffer period at the end here. As you can see, I'm about to end the macro. There we go. And that will work completely fine. Now you're just going to want to set the playback speed to 1. Press your play hotkey, and as you will see in a second, it's going to automatically replay the stage for us and get our first unit placed down. So I'm going to leave a sped up version of the macro running here just as you guys can see it worked. I'm not going to do any commentary over this. but it's just here as evidence. I'm going to speed up quite a lot, so it might be fairly hard to watch, but it's going to show at least that the macro works. So using this method, we are getting about 3k every 6 minutes. With the macro, it's going to be a bit longer, like 3k every 7 minutes. This is still a lot quicker than any other method you're going to find. It's also automated. If you're going for speed above everything, then this is 100% the fastest way to get Escanor.